Have you ever had these moments where you are fully aware of what you need to do? For example, the most simple things like tidy up your room or washing the dishes, but you just can't do it because your mind keeps being stuck in this cycle of overthinking, being anxious, and it feels like you don't have any motivation to push yourself to do the work. Everybody says that we are not always being motivated, so that's why we need discipline. But now you don't have the energy to also be disciplined. What should we do? For the past year, I have tried many productivity methods like smart goal, pomodoro, or the 10-second countdowns, eat the frogs. And I realized that these methods really works, but for a short term. After a while, I keep coming back to this cycle of feeling stuck and on the autopilot mode that I cannot push myself to get things done. And I realized that for years I have been trying to work on my brain, trying to trick my brain into being productive without remembering to change something that is as much as important, which is my unprocessed emotions and my unhealed heart. So I was on this journey of spending time asking myself of what keeping me stuck emotionally and try to heal and solve these emotional problems. And surprisingly, my productivity also improves. So in this video, I will share with you what I did that helps me to manage my emotion and get things done. So some of you probably heard about the depressed room, right? When we feel a little bit messy inside, eventually our environment is also messy. Things are everywhere. And I know that it's very difficult to get yourself up to clean it. But trust me, if you try to persuade yourself to just clean a corner of your room, for example, just your bed, and it doesn't have to be perfect, things will change hugely after that. Many studies have shown that your environment will affect your decisions. So for example, if you are in a room that is full of junk foods, eventually you will find it harder to maintain your weight than you are in a room that is more healthy food. So if you try to make your room as clean and spacious and as much as sunshine as possible, you will also feel more happier and more clarity to be more creative and productive. And also when you clean your room, you activate your body and many happy hormones inside you, and it helps you to pull yourself out of this overthinking and autopilot mode inside and create this pathway in your brain for more motivation, inspiration, and productivity to get things done. So if you always feel anxious and super stressed when you do something new in your life, probably you may have some childhood PTSD. Childhood PTSD is when you grow up in an environment where the people around you is abusive and unpredictable. So every time you do everything, you are always on this survival mode and very anxious because you don't know when is the next time you will get in trouble or when you will be roasted by somebody. Having PTSD is like having a scar on your body. For a moment, we may wish that we was not born into this life, we haven't met those people, or we haven't made this mistake that put us in those situations that wounded us. But it already happened and it will always be there. So how I deal with this scar is just to fully accept it. Every time I wear a dress, I will fully acknowledge that there's a scar on my shoulder, and people will see it, and people may ask about it. And I just fully accept that it's already there and it doesn't change my values. I'm still beautiful as I am. So back to PTSD, the best treatment whenever you feel anxious, when you do something new, is full acceptance. So what I mean is fully accept your past, your present, and your future. Forgive every people and every experience that happened in the past that made you feel anxious as much as you are today, and fully accept your body reaction in this moment, and fully accept the future, what come with this future. Maybe you will think about the worst thing that is coming, and it may happen. Just accept the fact that it will happen, those things will happen, but know that you have the strength to overcome it, because you have been through the worst moment in your life. So whatever comes in the future, even those things that is not happy at all, you will also have the strength to handle it. Trust me that PTSD is your superpower. It's not your weakness. You're already trained to handle bad situations. So whatever comes in the future, trust me, it's no longer the worst at all. Self-limiting beliefs are the biggest blocks to success. It's not just like with people who have like traumas. It happens to many normal people too. I see that when you think very low about yourself, it will eventually not only blocking you from advancing in your life, it will also pull you back to many addictions or old bad habits, because you don't think that you are worthy or quality enough to manage or take control over your life. So you have been telling yourself your whole life that you are not good enough, you are not a quality person, and eventually it appears on your reality that you also don't see your life is getting anywhere better, right? So now imagine if you tell yourself every day that it's working out for you, that you are worthy of a better life, that you are a quality person. Imagine how powerful it can influence your life. I just found the cure for this. So list down all of your self-limiting beliefs and go find the evidence in real life or on social media that prove otherwise. For example, if you think you are too old to start again or to start a new project, go find the examples who succeed after they are 30s. For example, J.K. Rowling, Warren Buffett. There are many people who are late bloomers. Also, for example, if you think that you are an introvert and you cannot speak very well, you cannot be successful in socializing, go find the proof that there are many successful networkers who are also introverts. We all may heard about the stories where parents become superhuman when the kids are in danger, right? That's the power of unconditional love. So try to list out all of the deep connection in your life, the people who you want to protect, to inspire, and list out everything you want to tell them, you want them to become, and go back to your life and become that person yourself. We lead by example, right? So every time I try to be successful in my life, I was always thinking about my niece, because I want my niece to grow up to be who have a happy and meaningful life. I come back and become that example by myself, because I want her to know that one day she grow up and she look at me as an example for herself, to live her life. So deep connection sometimes is the best motivation for you to connect to your life purpose. And let's use the power of that kind of love to inspire yourself and make you feel inspired also to be a good person. There are two important things that I do every night before I go to sleep for my emotions is first, I list down what I need to do the next day so that tomorrow I wake up, I don't have to be swimming in this sea of decisions and what I have to do and asking myself all the time. And another thing I do is journal. So in my journal, I just feel every emotion that no longer belong to me that day on the paper. And I also write the emotional statements for my goals and dreams. For example, I will write that I have a fit body in the next 30 days and I feel confident and motivated. This ritual every night really helps me to empty my mind for a better sleep and help me to connect to my goal and my dreams, the life I want to live, so that the next day in the morning I wake up, I feel very motivated and I know right away what I need to do. I remember there was a period where I was on a very strict diet. I didn't let myself eat enough, and I was having a very heavy work schedule during the day. And I went to the gym, I lift heavy weights, and it feels like my life is falling down of this rabbit hole where I cry every night, and the next morning I woke up, it feels like a hangover. I have a very big headache every morning. And I realized there's this wonderful connection between my body, my brain, and my emotion. So every time you feel bad, you feel anxious, and you cannot control your overthinking mind, you cannot push yourself to do something, try to check what you eat that day. Or if you put too much on your plate that you don't let your body have enough energy to manage and process your emotions and control your intrusive thoughts. A little bit of pressure is great for growing, but don't forget to listen to your body. Productivity is balance. You are not a constant self-improvement project. So that's everything I want to share about how to manage my emotion for better productivity. I hope it helps you. And now let's get ready for a productive day.